Harriet Tubman, written by Faith Ringgold. Harriet Tubman was born a slave in about 1820 in Bucktown, Maryland. Her father taught her to hunt, swim, imitate bird calls, and survive in the woods. Her mother taught her nursing skills and how to use herbs for medicine. Though Harriet could neither read nor write, with these survival skills she escorted over 300 slaves to freedom on 19 trips on the Underground Railroad, without ever losing a passenger. Among them were her aged mother and father and all her brothers and sisters. The Underground Railroad was a network of people and hiding places. The first accounts of slaves escaping on the Underground Railroad date from as far back as 1787. Harriet Tubman's own escape north was made in 1849 with the help of a Quaker woman whom she encountered on the road near the plantation fields. The woman directed Harriet to the house of a German farmer and his wife. With their assistance and that of many conductors, Harriet reached freedom in Canada. She returned to become a conductor herself, guiding groups of slaves north through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York to Canada, where the government refused to return former slaves to their American masters. She traveled mainly at night, sang songs as signs to other people, and carried a pistol to defend herself. Slave traders placed bounties ranging from $10,000 to $40,000 on Harriet's head. As a young girl, Harriet was gravely injured when she was struck by a weight thrown by a slave master. The injury left her marked for life and caused her to have frequent blackouts, which could last anywhere from a few seconds to several hours. This strange malady persisted throughout her life, but never diminished her courage or impeded her victorious flights to freedom. While ill and near death, she had strange dreams of flying to freedom with the aid of a circle of ladies dressed in white. In Aunt Harriet's Underground Railroad in the Sky, I used this dream, as well as the slave custom of throwing a quilt over the roof of a house for good luck, for its visual clarity. The route by which Harriet Tubman took her passengers to freedom forms the structure of the book. I used some of the actual stops or stations, though not the exact persons or conductors. The real conductors were white sympathizers, freeborn Negroes, and escaped slaves, many of whom were women. They embraced every religion and none. Some important conductors were John Fairfield, who belonged to a Virginia slave-holding family and who posed as a slave trader; the Quaker Thomas Garrett, who ran a station in Wilmington, Delaware, known for comfort for all who could reach it; William Still, a coal merchant, freeborn in Pennsylvania; Gerrit Smith in New York, a millionaire philanthropist; Stephen Myers, a Negro book publisher who kept records of escaped slaves; and the Reverend J.W. Lugan, himself an escaped slave. On the westward escape route that went through Cincinnati, Ohio, Levi Coffin, a Quaker helped more than 3,000 slaves to freedom. When runaways got as near to the border as Rochester, New York, Susan B. Anthony and Frederick Douglass, also a runaway slave in 1838, assisted them in making the last jump into Canada, called the Promised Land by some slaves. During the Civil War, Harriet Tubman served as a nurse, a spy, and a commander of intelligence operations in the Union Army. She was unique in that she commanded forces of men, both black and white, and was never captured. Nonetheless, she was denied a war pension, although she did receive a war's widow pension when her husband, Nelson Davis, died in 1888. Harriet's autobiography, Scenes in the Life of Harriet Tubman, was dictated to Sarah Bradford and published in 1869. A revised edition was published under the title Harriet, the Moses of Her People in 1886. Harriet's door was always open to those in need. She died on March 10, 1913, in Auburn, New York. She was given a full military funeral. By Faith Ringgold.